after 2 years. I really couldn't be more proud of the product that we put out.
I'm kind of on a streak here. I mean, I had a great season.
Good one! That's the one! Did it. Holy cow. Get the gaff, get the gaff, get the gaff. You're up to it for a buddy.
Last season, I was not able to show everything Southern California had to offer. Hey, Rush, I got a Season 2 was awesome in that I was really able to show people how I fish.
I'm in!
My name is Hussainy. I grew up in Southern California and now operate one of the largest sport fishing websites in the world.
Just another day at the office.
It's not yours.
I'm Rush Maltz,
I got you. What you seeing?
Florida Keys native and career fishing guide for the past 20 years.
When I come out to California, you can let me catch all the 300-pound tunas.
Our passion is our profession, and we know there's more to fishing than just the catch.
Whoa.
We explore the people, places, and species that make up the culture of fishing.
Season 2 is finally in the books.
I had a good feeling about going into season 2.
We've been all over the world. We've done some really cool stuff. We've made some firsts, some biggest, some best. Met a bunch of awesome people. I mean, it's just been a great experience doing the show over the course of the last 2 years.
They've never caught a Goliath grouper, huh?
Never caught a Goliath grouper.
Wine, he's there. Hit him, hit him.
Holy sh**.
Oh, there you go, Ollie.
Straight up dinosaur. There's 2 different ways that we're gonna fish these things. You wanna go backwards or you want me to run them down? Are you under control?
Stick him.
I can't.
Stick him, stick him.
You gotta point it at me.
A couple of them, Ollie. There's 6 of them floating on the surface right here.
Got him.
Docile is not exactly the word I'd use. So bottom fishing's what you want today, huh?
Woo, what do you got there, Rush? Dude, they were right off the side.
Right here.
There they are. Looks like it, that lighter. Great.
I got the shock. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at them blowing up right there.
Wine like hell, keep it tight. How's it going, Rushy?
Oh, been better.
Hey, Rush, I got a bird pile up ahead. There they are, right upside the boat, Rush. Looks like the right stuff.
I'm taking the rest of the month off.
Ollie and I, you know, we have this list. You're always sitting with your friends talking about the list of places you want to go, list of things you want to do, fish you want to catch. Well, same thing with Ollie and I. We had this list, and as local knowledge came around and we started going places, this list was real. We started knocking these fish off this list.
And I think everybody does when you're a fisherman, keep sort of a mental list of places you want to go and species you want to catch. Last year, Rush and I teamed up out here in Florida, and we were able to really get that one fish that I've been dying to catch, which was a giant swordfish. I've got a newfound respect for these catfish. You know, we fished hard, we did it several times, we put the time in, we were rigged and ready, and when it happened, we were able to capitalize.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Watch yourself.
It's 400 plus. And that, to this day, is probably the most special fish I've ever caught. This year, it was really Rush's turn. You know, if you were to ask Rush 5 years ago, before we even started doing this show, before we were even talking about it, you know, what's that one fish you want to catch? I can speak for him here. It's definitely a big yellowfin tuna, and this year we were able to bring that to life for him.
Come on.
Okay, we're gonna go past those frigate birds right there. They're about a mile away. So I spot some 200-pounders blowing up right there.
Puerto Vallarta was going to be a tough task. You know, having the right boat to get down there, knowing the right people. Ali was able to make all that happen.
We're hooked! Ho, 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 ho. Ooh, there's a better one. Something tells me I'm in for the long haul on this one.
He had done it enough. He'd been down there enough. He had all the connections. He knew the right guys, the Dannies, to make it happen.
Come up, 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 up. Go, 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 go. If I had to think of one trip that really stands out from this season, it would definitely be Puerto Vallarta. All right, get with him. Come with him, Rush.
Watch out, Jimbo.
Hurry up. Run, run.
Could you slow-mo the drips of sweat coming off his face? It's not even hot today, you're lucky.
As the fight went on and got longer and longer, you're always thinking bad things can happen now.
Only 5 hours and 45 minutes left.
Get on the transom.
I got you. Let's go. We're good, we're good, we're good.
I've never fought a fish that long in my life. I've never been the guy behind the rod. I've always heard these stories, oh, they fought this fish for 4 hours, they fought this fish for 5 hours, 2 hours, and I'm like, God, that just sounds miserable. That fish did not give up.
My goal in season 2 was to make sure that we got Rush his fish of a lifetime.
Get the gaff, get the gaff, get the gaff.
Here. Go, go, go. Got him?
Got him. Right here. Stick him. Second. Stick him.
Got him. We got him.
You're a trooper, buddy.
Hey, truce con esta.
Like, I've wanted it for a long time. Get the head over.
Oh, way.
Woo!
Nice, Rosh. Look at this, man.
You did it, dude.
And welcome to the 200-pound club, buddy.
That's what I came here for.
What
Thank
a
you, my
job,
friend.
man.
You're
learning, man. You're learning.
You guys are the
You
best.
work hard,
dude.
too. Well,
This trip will definitely go down in my memory as one of the best trips I've ever done.
you're taking the rest of the day off, okay?
I'm taking the rest of the month off. You know, life is full of irony. And the ironic thing about this trip is it is exactly 1 year and a day from the day me and Ali fought that big swordfish together.
The thing that made it so memorable for me was getting to show my fishery, I really feel that way, to some of my closest friends and show him just a little slice of what this is all about.
I can't wait to see what the next few years bring.
Local knowledge is brought to you by PENN, let the battle begin. YETI coolers, built for the wild. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. BDOutdoors.com. And Evinrude.
The Slammer 3 uses a fully machined brass gear system.
And what that gives you is extreme durability and extreme cranking power.
DuraDrag material is the smoothest, most durable drag material we've ever used.
Yeah, that's him.
With seals on the drag system, around the main shaft and pinion gear, and the body, the Slammer 3 is sealed to our highest standard yet.
The future of boating is here. Now get all the efficient performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Fuel economy is everything.
I was really shocked how fuel efficient it is.
Anywhere from 40 to 50 miles further on a tank of fuel.
All day on the water. I told my wife, I said, you know, I can't think of the last time I filled up.
It's more money in the bank for me.
The best-in-class fuel economy of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower. To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
We're just getting started. We lost a day getting ready to go. I'm gonna kind of come out of Point Loma here, go a little southwest into Mexican water, and then we're just gonna work our way up this canyon, and you can see all the reports, right?
I'm kind of on a streak here. I mean, I had a great season.
Yeah, so there's two different ways that we're gonna fish these things, I think, on this trip. One day, we're gonna go big, go home, right? That's just
That one bite.
skipping the kite. I mean, it's just like, it is so much like sword fishing. When we realized those big bluefin were coming back to San Diego this year, that was something that we had to catch on film.
For sure, consider done. Honestly, we just went over a little spot actually.
Yeah, I saw that underneath the bait. Looks like some fish marks. Is that what you're seeing? As far as this thing, when we get bit, and in this rough weather, you gotta watch the indicator. If you don't see the indicator, you're bit.
Really? You're going out there on a mission to catch usually one big fish. That's your goal. That could take all day, or it could come halfway through the day or early in the morning.
That's a good one. That's the one.
All right, all right. Is it taken or you good?
He's taken.
Okay, that's the one.
That's the one.
And this kind of fishery presents its own challenges. Ali's driving the boat, the controls, the sticks, they're up in a fly bridge.
You want to go backwards or you want me to run them down? Are you
all right now?
You get that one bite, that might be the only bite you get in a day.
Straight up and down, Ali, go in gear.
I see him.
Tuna fishing in general is always fun.
You ever landed one with just 2 guys on the boat?
A big one? I don't think so, no.
Always a first for everything.
Yes, sir. I hate this part, and I love it at the same time.
Just means we're closer to the end, buddy. There's the wind on right there, right?
Yes, sir. There's the streamer in the water.
He's done right there, right?
Looks like it. That's what I want to see. A little more, a little more, a little more. Lift it, lift it, lift it.
Stick him.
I can't.
Stick him, stick him.
You got him pointed at me. I got him, I got him. Clicker on, free spool, please.
Clicker's on.
We made it happen. There's another fish knocked off the list. That mythical list that me and Ali made before we started shooting Local Knowledge is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And that was a big one right there.
Magic.
Did it.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Holy cow.
Holy
cow, that was so awesome, dude. That was probably one of the most epic battles.
Better than drugs. I mean, there's nothing like it.
Just because, I mean, yellowfin's awesome, but that kite bite was so cool. I know how passionate you are about this fish, and dude, I'm so stoked you put me on that thing. You talked about it and talked about it, and you did it, dude.
Dude, you know, this
You totally came through.
I love catching them, and having them here in my backyard may even put them over the top as my favorite tuna. These are the good old days, make no mistake, and being able to share that with a guy like Rush, I just can't say how magical it is as a kid who grew up here to catch a fish of that size on my boat, on my gear, in my backyard. It's really, really a special time.
You know, the way our schedule worked out last year, we got to see quite a bit of the Keys and not so much of California.
In season 1, you know, we really showed the Keys in their prime time, and I got to catch some awesome fish. I got to meet some great people, got to do some really unique stuff thanks to the show. So I would say season 1 was definitely, you know, highlighted the Keys, whereas season 2, by contrast, I think we really showed what the West Coast and Mexico, my backyard, has to offer. Summertime in San Diego for a lot of people means kids out of school, SeaWorld, the zoo. In my mind, as a fisherman growing up here, it really means it's tuna season.
Ali is definitely an ambassador of San Diego.
This town was really built on fishing, and it started out commercial fishing. You know, the guys that were doing the albacore fishing or the yellowfin fishing from the racks, they call it, the way that they attracted those fish to the boat was live bait. Dude, they were right off the side of the boat.
Here.
There they are. There's a bite, Rush.
You got bit?
Yeah, he's messing with it, but he's there.
Really? They'll mess with it, huh? They won't just inhale it?
Well, usually, but sometimes, like when they're like this and they're all picky, he's on.
That little hook was the ticket, eh?
Reel down to the water until it's rip and drag.
BDOutdoors.com is your one-stop source for all things fishing, boating, and outdoors. Stay dialed in with current fishing reports, breaking news, and our extensive library of how-to tips. You'll learn about rigging, fish cleaning, boat maintenance. We have recipes for seafood and game. cutting-edge videos, and gear giveaway contests. It's all free at bdoutdoors.com.
Thinking about maybe inviting this guy over for a barbecue. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I can go for a little sashimi. Southern Cal is known for catching yellowfin tuna.
There you go, Pacific yellowfin tuna, buddy.
I haven't caught yellowfin tuna in a long time, since I was making trips to the Bahamas. I wanted to catch some yellowfins. No better place to start than Ollie's backyard.
There you go, buddy.
That's a little better fish. Good thing for you, buddy, I'm easy to please. I'm not a meat monger. I'm usually good after one. Yeah, it's been a long time since I caught a yellowfin. I think the last one I caught, I was in the Bahamas. About.
You know what a nerd I am for tunas, man. I love catching them.
Yeah, see, he was deep. We're lucky we didn't shave him off. That's a nice yellowfin, though.
That's with the grade that's been around right now. You know, honestly, last season, I was not able to show everything Southern California had to offer, but season 2 was awesome in that I was really able to show people how I fish, the kind of fish that we catch, where we fish, all during the prime season.
A lot of times you'll hear us talking about inshore fishing, offshore fishing. Well, over there on the West Coast, at least to me, inshore fishing is fishing around the islands. For me, it's really cool scenery. And you could be in anywhere from 40 feet to 1,000 feet and have this mountainous backdrop right behind you.
Hey Rush, I got a bird pile up ahead. I'm gonna slide into it, and when I say throw some bait, and then slide a bait back. They're eating little tiny chovy. A bit. This is pretty much what I was hoping for right here.
Awesome. I love when a plan comes together.
Surface grab bag, you know? In Southern California, you know, we don't have the exposure through television shows and whatnot. Growing up, there was really only a couple of good California-based shows, and a lot of what we watched came out of Florida, and it didn't speak to California anglers, and I'm not just speaking for myself. Yeah, throw that little lure in it. Oh, look at him eating the little, might be mackerel. No, it's bonita, throw the lure.
Look at that ball.
Isn't that cool?
Hey, that whole,
dude, this whole area is so alive right now, it's amazing.
I was in awe. There's bird piles everywhere, fish blowing up everywhere. Everything was up on the surface.
Holy crap, it's everywhere.
That is sick.
One thing that we always talk about when we're fishing in the Keys is let's go have a grab bag day. Let's go see how many species we can catch. Let's go try a different way to catch species. It was really cool to show Rush a Southern California grab bag. I do not know what this is, but it's grande.
Grande. I like grande.
Look at that. That's what we're looking for, buddy.
Wow. Call that a Big Mac?
Oh, man.
Supersized?
Maybe not.
That.
Oh, my God.
Look at that one.
Watch out.
Woo! That was on the surface?
I mean, that's a stud. That's 4 pounder, 4.5. It's nothing to catch 10 of these in a day. 12 of them, yeah.
Not here.
I've had so many people come up to us at shows or email in or whatever and say, hey man, thanks for showing off our fishery. Thanks for representing our backyard. Got the 3 Bs, got the bass, barracuda, bonita, yellowtail, 2 or 3 mackerel. You saw, that's the best we have in June. Caught a little bit of everything. You know, we didn't kill any one thing. We saw a lot of yellowtail that didn't want to bite, unfortunately. But we made a good day of it.
And not far from the dock.
What more could you ask for?
So we head for the hills, man. It's been a great day so far. I gotta say, after season 2, San Diego is really like my second home.
As close as you're gonna get to a sure thing for catching billfish is Guatemala.
They're here, man. This has been a 20-year run, buddy. These things haven't left. There's no cycle.
When it comes to sail fishing, this is the real deal.
The amount of sailfish here is ridiculous.
When the Spanish explorers discovered Isla Morada, they called it Purple Isles. Today, they discover such a rich palette of diversions and delicacies they'd definitely be at a loss for words. Islamorada in the Florida Keys.
Local knowledge is brought to you by ANDROS BOATWORKS. Adventure never ends. Mustad hooks, defining fishing hooks since 1877. AFTCO, the American Fishing Tackle Company. Costa, see what's out there. And by Casa Vieja Lodge. Experience 5-star angling in tropical Guatemala.
These trips, these adventures, they're not just about the fishing. They're also about the people I get to meet along the way.
When somebody offers you a trip on the Piliquia, you take it. It was originally started a program by a guy named Fred Duckett. Started this program for his love of the ocean, for his love of swordfish. So he built this big, badass yacht, put a big platform on the front of it. The thing was half yacht and half swordfish killing machine.
We're gonna go take a look. Weather looks nice today.
Yeah, we saw one of those little stick boats out there yesterday.
Well, my eye's pretty trained, so I can stretch it way out.
You know, talking to Sean just on the phone, you get on the phone with him and immediately you can tell he's the guy.
My name's Sean Burke. I run the Piliquia, and it's a dream. It's a rush. It's like nothing else.
His sole focus is one thing, that stupid purple monster that we're all after.
I think the biggest rush is when you're in the tower, you're looking for a fish, and that one instant when you see those two fins.
You know, when we were on the boat, we were watching videos of Sean from 15 years ago when he was first getting started, and you're like, man, how can a guy keep that level of focus and that consistency for so many years? We're watching some of that old videos. One of the guys in the video asked Sean, why are you doing this? And he goes, purple fever.
When the Santa Margarita got driven into the quicksands, it had bumped bottom before it got there. We've got ballast.
You know, meeting a guy like Dan Porter was really cool. It's not every day you come across somebody who really has had their life's work defined for them since they were a little kid.
My dad and Mel Fisher got hooked up, so now I'm on the, I'm 8 years old, 10 years old. So I'm on the beach playing with Mel's kids, Taffy Fisher, and in front of Kip's cabin while our parents are out there finding treasure. And come home from school, or I'd be doing homework, and my dad and the crew would come in and they'd dump a bunch of silver coins. And
he taught us a lot, and we had a great time learning more about his side of the world.
That's what our target is for 2017, this search area here. We're moving the whole operation to the west.
It was really cool to get down and see Dan's operation, get to walk all over the boat, check it out.
And the stories he was able to relay, it was, I mean, really, it was a lifetime experience. It was awesome. One thing a lot of people don't realize is Rush and I are trained professionals. You know, this is what we do for a living, and it goes smooth as silk every single time we leave the dock. Whoa!
Careful, careful, that's
I forgot about that.
Am I tangled in you? Oh, I cast over you?
For the third time in a row! This is how you say good morning on the island.
Call me mellow yellow.
I love it.
He really wants to put that Mustad hook in my finger.
You know, the final product you see on your television.
2 p.m. bite is awesome.
All right, I'm gonna let you lead in.
Sweet release.
You know, it's not always like that.
I got 2 cameramen in my way.
If I had to describe how we come off on camera, smooth, highly polished. That jig head is still in there somewhere near my hand. I have no idea where. Is there any porn in that 6-disc changer, or is this like a bring your own thing?
Yeah, he's actually got my line. I'm like, oh, what's that?
All that we're hoping is that you don't watch our show and leave a little bit dumber than when you started.
Yeah, that's a wrap, huh?
You know, in all seriousness, after 2 years, I really couldn't be more proud of the product that we put out. We've got a group of really talented young guys who are very motivated and work their butts off.
Now that season 2's in the bag, I can honestly say I really can't wait to get back at it. Really excited about some of the trips we got planned coming up. Season 2 came out better than I expected, and I'm sure Season 3 is gonna be even better.
I can't even tell you, how awesome it is to take a guy that you really enjoy hanging out with, you like fishing together, we're buddies off the camera, and show him something that is so special to him and something that he's been chasing for so long. To bring that to reality really is something special, and it's a unique opportunity that I love to do.
I can't wait to see what the next few years bring.